Hi there. In this video we're going to take a sneak peek at the Bodyguard T460 XC Treadmill, one of the premium residential treadmills available on the market and the top of the line home treadmill offered from Bodyguard Fitness. One of the first things you'll notice about the Bodyguard T460 XC Treadmill is the unique styling and colour scheme. The other thing that, like most leading treadmills, is the feel, and of course when you get your customers on the T460 XC, they'll notice it's a very large, oversized 22 by 60 inch treadmill belt. There's a lot of width. It's also been designed with a very low centre of gravity, so when you get the runners on here going above 6 miles per hour, where they really give the unit a good test, this unit really feels fantastic. You'll also notice it comes standard with an orthopaedic belt, which will help reduce the shock absorption on the user. That, in combination with our BDS shock absorption system, has one of the leading shock absorption systems on the market. But you can learn more about BDS by visiting our website, reviewing the material, or check out the video specifically on BDS. I'll take you to the back here, and we're going to lift up the treadmill, because Bodyguard treadmills have a very, very unique underside, as you can see here. We have an exclusive X-frame. We all know that X-frames make the metal frame a lot stronger. They reduce twisting and torsion, which is fantastic for heavy runners when they're pounding from left to right with their feet. This also allows us to make a pound for pound a stronger frame, so you don't have to, have a 350 to 400 pound frame. This unit goes around 320 pounds, so the installation and delivery staff certainly appreciate that. You'll also see here all of our units can be, all of the 460s here can be adjusted in height and pivot in feet, and that can be locked in with the locking nut. So it just makes it fantastic for basement installations, or if there's slightly uneven surfaces. It's great to know that the likelihood of the unit being perfectly flat is very high. You'll also notice on the side here, I'll move the belt, is the BDS shock absorption system. Unlike a lot of companies who have a small single point that hits on the surface area, we have quite large pieces here at the middle, and we have another vertical piece at the front here. And then at the back, of course, it's a more firmly attached piece at the back to minimise rebound. Bodyguard's treadmills are known for having a feel that replicates natural running surfaces you'll experience on a running track. We don't have a lot of vibration and rebound, which is fantastic for runners. Okay, now we'll draw your attention to the top part of the treadmill here. First, you may notice the safe grip handrails. These are very comfortable, and they're designed to have multiple hand grip positions for different size users. At the front here, we have our front keypad. What we've done is we've taken all of the main buttons that are usually pressed during exercise, obviously speed up and down, elevation up and down, stop, and the pause and the enter key. But now we've also got an iTech key here, which you can learn about in our manual. It's got a lot of fantastic settings and diagnostics features. But what's great about this is it brings the keypad closer to the user, so when you're running along you don't have to reach forward and you can keep a natural running stride. Also, because these buttons are the ones that are hit most often, they're made of silicon keys, which is a very durable, it's also very reactive to a press. So unlike membrane keys, where you really have to hit the center, when you're running along and you're at about 150 beats per minute and you just hit the corner of these, you can see immediately you get the reaction, and that's great for speed changes or stop button in an emergency situation. You just hit the corner and you get a response. So very safe, and of course, safety key. Okay, so now we'll start the treadmill up. Just pressing the Just Go button once gives you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and you're away. And I'll step on. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is the ergonomic shaped digital contact heart rate. It's natural for people to want to get into this position. It's great that just with their thumbs they can change speeds or elevation quite easily, all while holding on, feeling nice and safe and secure. Up on the console you'll notice the speed and elevation or incline display on the left. We've got our quick keys here, one press straight to 6 miles per hour, standard quick keys. But what Bodyguard's got a little bit different is you have preset speed keys here, 2 of them marked A and B. So I'm currently going 2 miles per hour. For example, if 2.2 was a walking pace that I liked, press and hold the number A, you get a beep. Now, that is now a preset speed key. So I just went to 6 miles per hour on the quick key, I hit the letter A, I'm back to 2.2. So personalised preset speed keys. These do transfer with the user ID. So you set up a user ID under your own name, set your own preset speeds, the computer will remember your preset speeds for your account. I'm just going to stop the treadmill here, bring back to the main menu. Now, one of the other things people ask with the incline, we've got the standard incline range up to 15%, but this model will go to the negative. It will go to -3%. But one thing that our engineers have done a great job of, and I'll get the camera to go back here so you can see, is despite us going to -3%, the height of the treadmill is actually quite low to the ground. It's not a big top-heavy treadmill. We've designed it in a way which allows you to get to -3, but it's not one of those big top-heavy treadmills. It's got a big step-up height, so it's a great feature of our unit. You get the decline without a massive step-up. When you're at the main console, a few things that you want to know to get started. I showed you before the Just Go key, which gets you going. Users will also have preset program keys here, so these are your basic programs. You can just hit those buttons to scroll through, or of course you can scroll through them pressing the up and down key. Your cardio or heart rate control buttons are in the middle. We have various heart rate control programs and fitness tests. And then at the end here we have some advanced programs, and this is where Bodyguard really steps out from the competition. Just as an example, our Advanced Hills program, a distance-based program that allows you to choose any distance you like from quite a wide range. Then you can select the number of hills you want to do, 1, 2, 5, 10. Then you can choose the intensity of the hills that you prefer. So it really allows you to target in a strength-based training program on hill climbs. Some other leading programs that have caught people's attention here that Bodyguard's introduced recently, turbo training. You might have heard about it. High acceleration interval training, but because of the high acceleration that's associated with this program, we have hidden it in the settings menu, which means you have to activate it on all your consoles to make it appear. So to do that, press the iTech button once, and I go to the settings menu. Enter the settings, scroll through to turbo training, toggle it to on. It's now activated, so when I return, now if I was to scroll through the advanced programs, there it is, turbo training. So how this works, turbo training, you can select a distance range for your sprints. Let's say I want to do a 200 metre work sprint and repeat it 5 times, so 5 200 metre sprints. I can suggest an interval pace, good workout of about 7 miles per hour, and a recovery time with 20-second gaps. I might increase that to 30-second rest, a little gap between a recovery time, and when I recover I'll have it at 2 miles per hour. Away I go. Warnings will come up, there is strong acceleration. Most companies accelerate at around about, it takes them about 20 seconds to go from 0 to about 10 miles per hour. 20 to 25 seconds. You can easily test it by using quick keys in your store. In this program, the acceleration is 1.5 miles per hour per second. That means you'll go from 0 to 10 in just over 4 seconds. Okay? Here we go. Hit 20 seconds is up. Oh, sorry, I changed it to 30 seconds, my recovery time. When it gets to 30 seconds here, it will give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, so you're aware that the acceleration is about to kick in. Now you watch how quickly this really goes. Now I'm not in my running shoes, so I will step off. But where most companies will take upwards of 15 seconds, this is already at 7 miles per hour. Really quick. Now that's turbo training. It's a feature which allows you to replicate high acceleration interval training, real sprint work, just like you do in your training programs outside. It's the first residential treadmill to allow you to do that in the home. Now Bodyguard has a range of other excellent programs and features for the console, such as user IDs. You can put your own personal name and details in there. We store stats. And there's a whole category in the settings menu which you really should become familiar with. You can obviously review it in your user manual, but just to give you a little quick look, you can scroll through, you can change your distances, your Your user IDs can be created. This is a new feature, console lock, for people who have children and want to lock the treadmill. I just turned the console lock on. Most people, as you know, if they've got kids, they remove the safety key and hide it to stop kids being able to use it. However, that can result in lost safety keys and the kids can always find it. I've activated the console lock. If someone comes along here and tries to press it, ask to enter the code. I'll do that again. Enter the code. So you cannot start the treadmill unless you know the code. Code is pretty straightforward. Press and hold the elevation up and down keys at the same time. The console's now unlocked. So it's not there to keep out, your teenagers, but it's there to stop your little children who may just wander into your exercise room, press that button and away they go. They're going to find it difficult to hit those two things. So a great little safety feature. Of course, once the treadmill is reset, after the treadmill's been turned off, and if the person was to walk away, that will stay activated, so you can leave it on. Before I showed the iTech button how you just press it once to get into the settings menu, well, to get in out to our diagnostics menu, you just press and hold it for 3 seconds and it enters the diagnostics area. Now you'll notice there, after it says the T460 version of the software, currently saying version 1.15. That is the version that you can update by the USB port on the side. So if a new version of software becomes available, there's a USB port on the side here. You can just take the file, you can have it emailed to you, insert it on a USB key or a flash drive, however you call it, straight into the USB drive, and the system will automatically update the software. It's a fantastic feature because it means that you can sell a treadmill like this, which will last, in most homes, well over 10 years. People will have it into their home, even for serious users. It's great that they know that they can update their software as they go along and not get stuck with an old software, even though they've got a treadmill that will last many, many years. So in the diagnostic menu, there's also a lot of features for the service techs, but there's a couple of things I just want to draw to your attention. First is the current test and the electronic stride control test, which is called ESC test. Okay. Now what the ESC does, it's our natural motion system, which enables the belt speed to stay at the exact designated speed on the console, no matter what the incline is. So most companies, as you may know, when they have a situation where when someone's on the unit, pretty standard, feels pretty good. But when you get up on an incline, what can tend to happen is the heavier the user is and the harder or faster that they run, you get more of a downforce, which can cause slipping. And you can test that. On most treadmills, you can just overspeed like this. Now, Bodyguard has a feature called ESC, which I've just turned on. Now it is on by standard, okay? To turn it on, I just press the iTech button, off, on. I can toggle it off and on in the test. It is standard on in all our units. Now once it's on, you cannot overspeed the belt. What this does is when you're pounding along on a high elevation, at a high speed, you get a super crisp running feel. Okay, it's very, very crisp, very accurate, it doesn't overspeed. It's a feature that a lot of our serious runners love about the all Bodyguard models, but the beauty of it is that you can test it on and off in the diagnostics menu on your sales floor if you really want to show people what the difference is. Coming down the bottom, under the hood, Bodyguard comes with a 3.4 continuous horsepower drive motor, and it's our Palladium drive lower control board, which is our commercial grade lower control board. It's exactly the same that's used in all our hotels and condominiums, full line of commercial equipment. So residential equipment that you'll get in premium commercial grade components under the hood. One of the key selling features that people love about Bodyguard is the AFDS. You can see the logos down here. AFDS, which stands for Advanced Friction Detection System. Think of it like a watchdog. What it does is it's a system that constantly monitors the amperage going through the unit. As a belt and deck system wears out, it increases friction between the two components, and the system has to work harder. What the AFDS does is when the unit's been asked to work in a high amperage zone, so it's been asked to produce more power, the AFDS will warn you and tell you when you need to lube your belt. Okay, most companies just have set mileages like 500 miles or so many hours, but that varies between the weight of the user, how they use the equipment. It's a complete variable. What's great about Bodyguard is that you get an accurate reading for what the real-time amperage being used is, and the AFDS will warn you on the console. But to make that even more familiar, what you can do is do a current test on our consoles. So I can scroll through, I'm in the Diagnostics menu, do the current test. The current test will go to 2 miles per hour. What it will do is it'll actually tell you how much amperage the system is using. This is equivalent to hooking up a multimeter into the unit, which a lot of service techs does. So right now the system will use just under 2 amps. There's no one standing on the belt. But as soon as I stand on the belt, I'm creating more friction between the belt and the deck, making the system work harder. This number will increase, as you can see there. Now 2.9 is a pretty low average. It's going to creep up slightly here, but as that gets up to about 10 amps, which will take a long time because it takes a long time for the belt and deck system to wear down because we use good quality components. When that gets to 10 amps or over, that's the time that you should be looking to re-lube, give it a clean and bring the amperage down. So you can do this test anytime you like in your house. Customers can do it as well. Very easy to do, get a real-time number. And best of all for your service guys, they can see that number. If it said 10 amps, they can give it a good clean and lube, redo the test. If it drops down to 6 or 7 amps, fantastic, they know they did a good job. But right now, brand new unit out of the box, barely using any amperage. That's because it's good quality components from Bodyguard Fitness. Now I'm sure you'll agree that the T460 XC has an amazing range of features. Now obviously most of your customers will not need to learn about every one of them. Many of your customers will just buy the unit because of its fantastic feel. But it's great to know that there is something for everyone on this unit. Now one of the best features of all is Bodyguard's famous warranty. Now we have a limited lifetime warranty on all parts and components on this treadmill and a 3-year labour warranty. Okay, so it's great to know that with all the features that you've seen, including some of those advanced diagnostics features, that if you have any troubles, you're well protected and your customers will be well looked after, and it offers tremendous peace of mind. So, thank you for learning about the T460 XC. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact Bodyguard Fitness through our website at www.bodyguardfitness.com.